This is Brian Linhart, one of the counselors, and this video is going to go over creating an account through Parchment. Parchment is a service that we use to send official transcripts. Anytime you need an official transcript for something, right now for most of you it's probably going to be colleges you're applying to. Some of you it might be scholarships you're applying for. Some of you it might be jobs or other things such as like insurance companies that need to see official records of transcripts. Anytime you need to send a transcript, you're going to go through Parchment, and we're going to walk you through here kind of step by step how to set it up and some boxes to check and things to uncheck and things like that. Now remember, like Mr. Genevieve said, not every school needs you to send a transcript. Big example is any of the schools you're applying through Common App. You don't need to go through Parchment to send a transcript. Counselors are already doing that for you. If you're applying to a school that uses the Coalition or Send EDU, again, services similar to Common App, do not request a transcript. We do that. If you are applying to a school that is self-reporting grades, so first example that comes to mind is U of I. You do not need to send an official transcript. Later, if you decide to go there, you will. But right now, you do not send an official transcripts. Schools will pretty much say on their application if you need to send them an official transcript separately. And if you do that, you go through Parchment. So all of you should have gotten an email that looks similar to this on the right. I need you to click that green bar once you do to open it up. If you don't see it, check your spam folder before you email Mr. Genovese or your counselor. Most of the stuff should be filled out from you. You just want to make sure everything's accurate. Make sure your school email is the right one. Your password you need to set needs to be 7 characters long. If your school email password is already 7 characters long, maybe you use that to keep it simple. If you've already started some applications or some scholarship applications and you have one password for all those, maybe keep it the same there. Don't make your password. That's just not smart, so don't do that. And just confirm all this information. And on the bottom, make sure you click where that last red arrow is. Click No. Parchment offers a bunch of services. Some schools use it for a couple different resources. We use it just to send transcripts. So we want you to control what information goes out. Doing this, schools could contact you, could get a lot of spam mail. We are just using it for, hey, a school or some company or some place needs my transcripts. This is how I'm sending it out. So make sure you check that no. FERPA rights. Now, please listen. We are suggesting, not requiring, we are strongly suggesting that you waive your rights. What this basically is saying is that anything that is sent on your behalf, you're waiving the right to read through it before it goes. With Parchment, it is for the most part your transcripts. As you go into Common App and you see the FERPA rights, that is for letters of rec and school reports and things like that. Why would you waive those rights? Well, chances are you know your grades, so you don't need to worry about that. And letters of rec, you're not going to ask someone to write a letter of rec for you if you don't think they're going to write a positive letter of rec for you. So that's why we're saying, you should maybe strongly consider waiving your rights. I'd say probably close to 100% of students do click this, but again, these are your rights. Clicking that you do not waive your rights, also schools will see that and might raise a concern of, hey, why is this student not comfortable with grades or letters of rec being sent out without them reviewing it? Again, these are your rights, but we strongly suggest you click that you do waive your rights. As far as the boxes come out, you're going to see 3 boxes. Uncheck the first one. We don't store things in Parchment. Like I said in a couple slides ago, some schools use Parchment a little more than we do. The sole purpose we have it is for getting transcripts from our school to wherever you need them. And then this request, you're not going to fill this out. This can get lost in the shuffle. Close out just anytime you need a transcript. Log back in and request a transcript. Speaking of logging in, please do not go to parchment.com. Once a school sets up an account with Parchment, things are unique to that school, such as links, such as accounts, and things like that. So if you create an account through parchment.com, that is not through us. Every time you request something through Parchment, Mrs. Martin, our registrar, she gets a notification. So make sure you go to the quick links and and that's where you find Parchment, bghs.d214.org. You'll see quick links on the right. Go to Parchment. You go to it enough through a browser, whether it's Safari or Chrome, hopefully it will remember it, and if you start typing in Parchment, it'll take you right there. Or I would recommend you bookmark it so that it is always there. That's it for Parchment. Again, with Parchment, that is just a quick kind of Spark Notes version. That is our means for sending transcripts. Make sure all your information's correct. Make sure you know what boxes to check and which boxes not to check. And when you are accessing it, you are going through quick links or whatever you bookmark through quick links, not parchment.com. Have a great day. Fight on.